Today we'll look at how to model a bolt in a tapped hole in the Ansys solver environment using a solid representation of the bolt. Here in the CAD model we've assigned a material to the solid bodies. This is important because later we can inherit that material property into our finite element model. Next we'll create our simulation models in the Ansys solver environment, and we'll create a linear static solution. Next we'll create a hex mesh on our plates, and we'll create the hex mesh with solid 186 elements. And we can specify an element size of 60 thousandths. Next we'll create a solid 187 mesh on our bolt. So here, if we take a look at the mesh collector, we'll see that by default we can inherit the material properties from the CAD model. This is valuable because it eliminates a potential source of error when specifying material properties. Next we'll go to the sim where we'll create our constraints, and here we're applying our constraints to the geometry. This is important for a robust update if our CAD model changes, which we'll see in just a moment. Next we'll apply a load. We'll put our load in the Z direction on the faces of the top plate. So this will in effect pull the plates apart. Next we'll create structural contact between the fastener and the plates. Here we could do this using an automatic pairing algorithm, which would automatically find faces within a specified distance, or we can specify the manual method, where we can manually select the regions that we'd like to connect. And here for our region selection, we'd like to turn off E-surface creation. And then we'll specify some key opts. Here we'll set key opt 8 to 2, 9 to 1, 12 to 5, and 18 to 1. This will set up our bonded contact, and we'll give it a name of bonded. We don't need any target key ops. Cancel out of that dialog, and for our real constants we'd like to set FKN to 10. Alright, so that looks good for the bonded contact between the head of our bolt and the top plate. Next we'll put a bonded contact between the bottom plate hole and the shank of our fastener. And we'll use the same key ops for bonded contact that we created earlier. Alright, so at this point we're ready to run. Here we can solve using the Ansys solver directly. I've paused the video. It takes Ansys about a minute to run, and then we can view our results. So here we can see displacement results, stress results. If we want, we can average our stress results. Here we'll take a average stress across nodes, and we won't include internal elements or mid nodes. Alright, we'll turn off our averaging, and next we'll take a look at our contact results. We'll look at the force in the Z direction, and we created a load of 1 pound pulling those plates apart. So if we just look at the head side of our fastener for the force results, we can box select all of those elements and it will sum up to our load. Here we can see the 1 pound. The value in using the Ansys solver environment is being able to leverage the digital thread. So if we were to make a change to the CAD model, so here I'll make the block and the fastener longer, what we'll see is that our finite element model will stay in sync with our CAD changes. So we don't need to start over from scratch to evaluate a CAD change. Here you can see our loads, our constraints, and our surface contact all have updated to reflect the change in the CAD model. Now all we need to do is solve, but to maintain the original results, I'll first clone the solution before I solve. And here I'll pause the video in about another minute. We have updated results from the Ansys solver. And we can view those results. Let's open our results for stress for our updated model, and we can view those side by side with our stress results from our original model. Here we can synchronize the views and animate the results. And that's how to create a solid bolt in a tapped hole in the Ansys solver environment.